Hello everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm sharing with you another page for hashtag AJ Snark Attack 2020, which is October's month-long daily art journaling challenge. This is for day 19. I have some stuff that I just keep. This is from Happy Mail. First time using some different little scraps of paper that are from gel printing. The paint that came on this page to begin with was paint from the previous day's art journal page, which you can see when I flip there. It's the same color as the background, and I had some leftover left on my palette, and I don't like to waste. So I just used some type of silicone tool and just smushed it on that page. I knew that that page was blank from the day before. The last time I did, well, it was last Thursday. It was the last page I did, this margarita page. And yeah, I just felt like putting that paint on that page, so I did. And now I'm just adding some gel prints and just gluing those down with Yoo-Hoo glue stick. I was looking for bright colors in my stack of stuff. I added a little bit of white with my fingers, and then now I'm just going to add a little bit of stenciling with a couple different stencil girl. Well, it's all one stencil that's been cut up. I think everything I use has been from one stencil that was a 9 by 12 that got cut up. But I'm adding some more of that pink and some more orange and some more pattern, blending it out with my sponge or my fingers, just making an interesting and colorful background because that sounded fun. This is something that makes me happy. I could probably do it for days. Giving it a little dry, and then I think I added some more white and maybe some more orange with my fingers. Because as you can see, there's still paint left on that piece of paper too, which I end up putting on a piece of deli paper and saving for later. So I don't ever waste paint. I think it's just silly, you know. I try not to put very much out, but if enough comes out, then you've got a leftover. So this is what I do: is I just take deli paper or scratch paper or some paper that's laying around. In this case, I smeared it onto deli paper and then took some of it off with the stencil, and I'll save that for another day. So once everything is super dry here, I'm going to figure out which quote I want to use. Now here's where the mail art comes in. This is from an envelope from Bea Grobe in Switzerland. That little face is a handmade, hand-carved stamp that she's made. I've seen her use it quite a few times on her channel. And she put it on the envelope that she was mailing me, and then she puts, I think, some alcohol ink on there, all those bright colors of alcohol ink. And I decided to use it on my page. So I cut out the face, and then I cut out a little, like, slump-shouldered body to put down below. And I was thinking about using it for the hair too, but then I changed my mind because I had another piece of Happy Mail that was an envelope that's doodled on, and I thought it would make a really fun hair for this little bald person. This is from Rennie, and we met up for coffee, and she had a card in there for me, and then the envelope was all doodled up. And I decided to use part of that on my page too. So it's kind of mail art, except for we did meet in person, but it's still mail art, right? It could have gone through the mail. It could have. So I trimmed out a section of it and trimming it a little bit closer. There was some kind of swirly shapes, and I just picked one of the kind of swirly shapes. I figured that this person might have a beehive, a doodled beehive or something. So this is fun to use other people's art that you might collect. I usually keep all kinds of things from things that people mail me. If they put art on the envelopes, I keep that part. If they have fun stamps, I keep that part. I keep the washi tape off of people's packages. Like this was just a little piece of washi tape that was keeping that envelope closed, and I didn't want to waste it. It's got some owls on it. It's cute. So I just put it as some trim on the dress. And that really gives me a start. There was this little scrap left that I had cut off of the bright alcohol ink on that one envelope, and I just stuck it up there to kind of fill in that section and make more vertical shapes. So lots of fun stuff that you can just collect from other people. I guess this would be considered ephemera because it was stuff that's been intended to be thrown away, but you keep things like playbills and ticket stubs and things that you get when you travel. You know, that stuff is all fun to put in your art journal pages. And so is stuff from mail art. So that's what I did with this page. I made it really quick, which is good because I've been struggling to get anything done with the stuff that's going on in my life. So the daily challenge has been a challenge for the last week anyway. At the beginning, I was doing really well. I was having a great time journaling every day, which is the intent of this challenge. If you want to look at art that people have made, you can use that hashtag AJ for Art Journal, snark, attack 2020. It's all snarky quotes that we wanted. You know, 2020 is just a year that deserves snark. So that's what we decided to do for our monthly challenge from Art Joy of Sharing Art Community. In case I didn't say that, I can't remember. So now I've got out my woodies. These are water soluble pencils that are fat, probably designed for children, but they've got some fun colors and they're really water reactive. The scribble doodle was had some color on it, but I think she colored it with what are those things called, highlighter pens, and it faded. Highlighter pens don't last very long. I've probably had this for, I don't know, over a year. Not sure how long. So I just decided to add in more color and make it more crazy. I mean, you can't have it. Well, you could have the contrast of the black and white against the colorful background, and that would be one look for sure. But I just like color, so and I like to color things. So I'm using the woodies to color in the sections and then blending them with a water brush just to make it a little bit more colorful and fun to go with the crazy background. I hope you've been enjoying this daily art journal challenge when I get my video done for the day and get it posted. Um, if you have, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, leave me a comment or question below. All those things help my channel grow, and I'm very grateful when you do that. So I've also added some color to the face and to the eyes. It was, it had some of the spillover of the alcohol ink on it, but it also had a lot of white sections, and so I added some color to that and blended it in. Then this little scrap piece that I'd put up at the top, I decided to add some doodling to that to fill in that upper section of the page. So I'm making some circles with a white Posca pen, and then I bring in a black Posca pen as well and make more doodles. Just randomly making marks. I like to make circles, so I made a lot of circles there, and maybe some lines too. I started to write the quote next. Dear Naps, I am sorry I was such a jerk to you as a kid. I love naps now. Naps are awesome. But when you're a kid, you're like, nope, don't make me go to sleep. I might miss something. That's terrible. So I put the quote on with my fine tip black Posca pen. And then I started to do a little bit more doodling with the black, adding in some more shapes. And the last thing that I did after that was to intensify the letters by thickening the downstroke. Like on each letter, I thickened the downstroke, the one that's the vertical, and that gives your handwriting a little bit more presence when you do that. So that's how I made it stand out a little bit more from the background. This was a fun page to do, just, not a whole lot of thought. It's kind of quirky and different, and I thank Bea and Rennie for their art that I used because that's always fun. So, if you would like to join in this challenge, even though the month is almost over, you can still come and join Art Joy Sharing Art Community on Facebook. The link will be below the video in the Show More section. Make sure that if you ask to join the group, that you answer the questions that pop up, because otherwise we won't accept you. That's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.